I take my mic, I'm going underground. Sick with it, patiently waiting. I see you masked up, do anything for money and clout. Cause you gassed up, now I could be wrong, and I ain't trying to prolong, but these images. Yeah. Listen. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. Maybe I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Especially with your fallacies, most of us can only see through scopes of generalities. When niggas say it's up, all I can think about is gravity. It's gotta go down, so if it's death, I take my mic, I'm going underground. Sick with it, patiently waiting, I see you masked up, do anything for money and clout. Cause you gassed up, now I could be wrong, and I ain't trying to prolong, but these images you project and keep us singing the sad songs. The love of money is the root of all evil, so every time you draw us for blood, like a needle, I just have to paint the picture, so I definitely need an easel, so you can see deceptions and the depth of all perceptions, misdirections, the tricks to keep you put behind bars, cause a lion won't be a king if he don't fight through the scars. Say that I could feel your pain like you poke voodoo dolls, and putting our hands on y'all will not further the cause. Pause. Systematic oppression in the dissection keeps us in the circle of circumspection for our protection, and because of our complexion, no power, no connection, they will question your honor while we stand in objection. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. If I was you, I see why you be mad at me. Inherited the pedigree, the school of practicality, focused on reality, illuminating tragedy. No time to be coy, you niggas murderers, revenge bringers, tears of joy, fresh broad red strokes of infrared beams, symbolisms you learn while enforcing the catechism. You claim to love your people, but champions of division, creating your own isms, thus makes you a schism. No matter how you slice it, it's like you hit the lick but couldn't determine what the price is. Pointing finger guns because death is what suffices. Freely a shooter but yet a slave to these devices. I'm just speaking real. How many of us traumatized for you to rise? Guess you aiming for the Pulitzer Prize that's in the sky. Hope it's worth the sacrifice of your brothers and all the mothers that cry because you felt like your people were fit to die. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Yeah.
Chicago faces an epidemic of gun violence. This year alone, more than 2,100 people have been shot, more than 400 killed.
The U.S. has recorded its highest increase in rates of homicide in modern history.
I know people who can't walk from their house to the store without a gun on them.
Why is that a reality? Why do people feel like they have to have a gun on them?
Because people getting killed left and right. It's sad.
I got shot twice now. I could have been gone, but I'm still here, so that's God. I know that's what. So it's hell on earth.
It's hell on earth?
Yeah, it's hell on earth.
It's nothing I can say to make you believe. Yeah. Man, ain't nothing I can say. It's nothing I can say to make you believe. To make you believe. What if I told you that I was the son of God? Would that be easy to believe, or would you make it hard? And I finally learned the difference between wise and smart. When I say we bless people, they say times is hard. And all I can tell them is they ain't never lied. Reincarnated, I'm back like I ain't never died. Man, I won't say it if it can't be verified. Niggas say they soldiers, when war starts, they terrified. I'm about to let it ride, bringing back the pride of black skin, cause they ain't got a clue what's happening. And we still being punished from back then. How we gonna make a change when we too busy adapting? Buckle your seatbelts, make sure you strapped in. They showed us the trap, so now my people trapped in. Cause everything we wanted to be, they said we couldn't be it. I told them we was chosen people, they just couldn't see it. Yeah. And it ain't nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say to make you believe. To make you believe. Keep hearing footsteps in the dark, and my dogs gon' bite while the rest of y'all barking. Moving at the speed of light while y'all parking. In that water with sharks, I ain't scared, I'm a dolphin. It ain't no talking, boy, we all action. Trying to build a nation, but them hoes is distracting. With that twerking on the pole in the back bins. Put on some clothes, set some goals, we can rap then. And we ain't never been the same since the crack came. Selling poison just to give it to the jack name. They promote the lifestyle through the rap game. Flood the hood with it, then tell you it's a black thing. They really need God, but they call idols. How these gents 14 with assault rifles? They waiting for better days. Now can I paraphrase? Niggas will kill their own brother for a pair of J's. And it ain't nothing I can say. It's nothing I can say to make you believe. To make you believe. Let me say it anyway.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry, they were freezing. You could
If you don't know how to move, I can tell you. If you don't know who is who, I can tell you. If you ask me what is true, I can tell you. If you ask me what it do, I can tell you. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line. Precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line. Precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. But I came up from the bottom, my pain was only 11. Combing the city street, my partners, they all feeling. The streets had me gone, I was up 24/7. He died right in front of me, Lord, I need direction. I had a couple partners, they all turned into enemies. Waited till I fell and them niggas, they try to finish me. My bed getting colder, rejecting so many bitches. Looking over my shoulder, watching out for the snitches. And then I heard the truth, it all became clear to me. Fighting for my spirit and mind, fuck all them luxuries. That's how it's supposed to be, no pork in my groceries. Fuck that white boy Jesus, give a damn about your rosary. If you don't know how to move, I can tell you. If you don't know who is who, I can tell you. If you ask me what is true, I can tell you. If you ask me what it do, I can tell you. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line. Precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line. Precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. But all the lies you've been told, but you can make it. I know the struggle is for real, but you can make it. I see you fell on hard times, but you can make it. I know the prophecies for real, so we gon' make it. All the pain that's in the world, just know the Lord is testing us. Wanna be his children, but living just like the rest of them. The devil's out of time, this is why he getting greedy. Food, clothing, shelter, that is all we really needed. The truth is what I'm standing for, all else is irrelevant. Tell you about the ways of the world.
Officer Nishak, are you there? Nishak, you there?
Final call, sir. Final call, sir.
Any reason why we on I.S.U.P.K Orlando page?
You gotta ask Officer
What's the reason?
Right here, hold on. Why are we on Orlando page?
Salakia, any reason we on UPK Orlando?
To reach all cities for the mandatory class.
Yeah, put us on West Palm Beach where the school is, Baba Kasha. You can end this, start another one.
No, it's on Palm Beach as well. It's on Palm Beach, Orlando.
It's on Palm Beach as well? It ain't pop up on my YouTube. That's why I was wondering, was we on Palm Beach? Let me make sure. Nah, if we on Palm Beach as well, that's Kawab.
Okay.
I thought we was only on the Orlando, because that's the only one I saw.
We live, sir, by the way.
I don't even see it. I don't see it, Isupk.
You don't see what?
Oh, I see it. All right, cool. No, never mind. I wasn't finding it. I got it now. So let me ask you this: is it going to be like 2 people might be on Orlando, 2 people might be on Palm Beach, or whatever? That is that what's going on, or are they all going to be synced in the chat?
They're going to all be seen in the chat, but they'll be watching. If they are, they'll be watching from different channels. But they'll
so the person that might have a question. The person that might have a question in Palm Beach, would it be the same question pop up in Orlando chat?
It'll be on here, but it won't be on the YouTube. Like, you won't see it on the Orlando chat on YouTube, but you'll see it in StreamYard. But we can just pull it up on the screen so that everybody can see it.
All right, no problem. All right, Shalom, Israelite School of Universal Practice. Hold on, one second. I want to be like colossal. Make me big. Shalom, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, back in 1969. We are under commanding General YAHANNA, Precinct Officer Kazak Damar, I.S.U.P.K, Duval County. You know what I'm saying? Got my brothers from Florida headquarters, also in the shot, Itazar with me in the helm, Shalom, Bayanash, Shayara, Crystal, just art and paint. Let's get it cracking. This is Monday scripture breakdown. Every Monday we here freeing the Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that's tired of being enslaved and engulfed in this system that we've been placed in because of our disobedience to the Most High, trying to bring you back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High so he can come get us up out of this hell. Speaking of that, know what I'm saying? Give the Lord a hand for what we waiting on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know this. If you've been in the school for any amount of time, anytime somebody throw a rock at somebody, we be like, World War III. Two different nations fighting at school. They fighting at the high school, two different nations. We like, this is it. This is gonna start it. This is gonna be the beginning, right? That's how we get down. We just hoping for the day that our Lord will come get us the same way that he came and got us out of Egypt, same way that he freed us out of Syrian captivity, in the same way that, you know what I'm saying, he freed us out of all the other captivities. We praying that the Most High come and get us up out of this hell in America that we've been in, you know what I'm saying, since around the 1500s. Speaking of the 1500s, it is a national holiday called National Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes, it is.
National Indigenous Peoples Day, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why it's called National Indigenous Peoples Day is because this nation tries to be inclusive. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, discriminating and hating everybody who don't look like them. What do I mean by that? It's like remember General Mahima was talking about why they got so many letters, LGBTQ plus, and they have to keep adding letters because somebody feel left out, right? Well, the people that was over here prior to 1492, when Christopher Columbus came, supposedly, right? The people that was over here felt some type of way about them naming this Christopher Columbus Day when they was already here when Columbus got here, right? They're the indigenous people of the Americas. So why is there a day commemorating the person that came over here and stole, their land, enslaved them and took them back to Spain? Here's some other stuff I'm digging up. I got some information on it. Maybe I can put it in the chat. I got some information I can put in the chat that Christopher Columbus might, keyword is might, have been a Sephardic Jew, meaning he was Jewish. Mm-hmm. Now, why does that even matter? What they got to do with anything? Well, we talk about all the time us being the true biblical Jews of the Bible and of antiquity, without a way to go back and find our heritage has been lost. In the same way that the Bible said you would lose your heritage, you would lose your inheritance, you would lose your land, you would lose your culture. We fit that. This is the predominant way that we would explain how we know we Israelites. Right. However, if there was a group of people, know what I'm saying? What we calling them, the clear people? If there was a group of people, the clear people, the pink people, can we say pink people?
Yeah.
If there's a group of people that has something to do with the enslavement of our people, right? And it goes back to Sephardic. Anybody know anything about the Sephardic Jewish people? Well, they are actually Spaniards who are converts to Judaism. Everybody know that Cristobal Columbus, or however you say it, was a Spaniard who came over for Queen Isabella. And what was they doing? Anybody ever heard the story? Anybody know the story? What was they doing? What did he come over here for?
It's a lucky. There's two stories that I heard. One,
what's the one they taught you in school?
They said that he was trying to circle the globe, right, to go to India to find spice, to get spices. Right.
That's correct. Why was he trying to find spices though? Anybody know?
Because so from what I've been told is because it's that's like it's like they were bartering. It was a time in the bartering era where you would trade this for that. You know what I'm saying? You would trade salt for corn or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, okay. Do what they want. Hold on one second. This is what they want you to believe. Well, in reality is people have to understand that there was an element to certain spices that got you high. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. But sugar being one of those spices, if it was
fermented,
I don't know the right word, but you'll see different types of like there you have granulated sugar, you have this type of sugar. They refine it in different ways, but in certain ways, it'll give you some type of high. But anyway, either way, neither here nor there. Itazab, if you could, I put it in the chat, right? This link. We'll start here. If anybody got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Do either one of y'all brothers got any questions?
I got a question on. I need just a quick breakdown on the scripture.
Quick, it gotta be quick.
No,
can I take all? So can I take the whole?
I know what it is. I just wanted to make sure.
Can I take the whole class and break it down?
Of course.
What's the scripture?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, and verse 29. And it speaks about an oath that we should be ashamed of.
Isaiah 1 and 29?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just scrolling down, you see in verse 3, the ox knoweth his master, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel does not know. My people don't consider a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. Let's keep going down. God, verse 10, hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom. All right, so he given that. Verse 16. Is baptism. Wash ye, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes, cease to do evil, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead with the widow. Now, what verse you talking about?
So while you're right there, if I could, when it says right there in verse 17, judge the fatherless. Because we know judgment as a punishment mostly, and I know
for the most part, unless it's a reward.
So right, so I know this is not saying, like punish the fatherless. So how would you break down like that? How would I break down to somebody judge the fatherless?
Okay. All right, so it is basically rendering unto them what's due to them, right? And in a custom like Israel, right, in the same way that a person who did not have a son, or like how you see the sisters who don't have children, would render themselves to be unfit, what would be considered of a person that did not have a father?
Don't have an inheritance?
Let me ask you, what's his inheritance? The person, right? Can somebody be an Israelite without a father? We talk about this about Christ all the time.
Wow.
He can if his father is dead, right? But you got to think about it this time. If his father is dead, then you would render unto him the rightful judgment, which would be to become a father to the fatherless, to be a husband to the widow. But if it's because his mama is a whore, he would not be allowed around. This is prior to Christ. So if you had a heathen mama, you couldn't come into the congregation. If your mama was a whore, you can't come into the congregation. So the judgment would depend on what circumstance this person is in. In other words, if he's a widow, it's a nobleman, his father, he dies, then you would view that. His brother, the judgment would be, you would, actually have to create him, the fatherless. You have to create him because that would be the law of a brother. Meaning like you would marry your brother's wife in order to create a son for him. Right. You know what I'm saying? But however, depending on whatever that is, according to the law, is how you would judge that matter. Whether this person is somebody who is you supposed to protect because of their weakness, that not having a father or a protector, or whether or not this person should not be allowed to come around the congregation. It just depends on what the circumstance is. Either way, it's talking about righteousness, and righteousness sometimes is keeping people out of Israel. Sometimes is protecting people that cannot protect themselves. You understand?
Yes, sir. I understand. Go on.
All right, Most High in Christ. Now, where was your question at?
Verse 29, where it speaks about we should be ashamed of the oak which ye have desired.
All right, let's do that. By the way, that word is shapat that we just talking about judge. So just in case I give you a little bit more context. You said verse 29? Is that what you said?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. Let's go to verse. Go to verse 25.
Come, sir.
Matter of fact, go to verse 24.
Yes, sir.
Don't start. Ice out. Matter of fact, go to verse. No, just go ahead.
Let's start at verse 1.
Just start at verse. Just start at Genesis.
Right. 1 and 24. Therefore said the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of my adversaries and avenge me of my enemies.
Now, this is talking about judgment, right? This is talking about judgment. And the crazy thing about this is the Lord is not speaking of other nations right here. Y'all do know that, right? But he said, I will ease me of my adversaries. He talking about the people he chose.
That's right, sir.
That's crazy, right? He talking about the people he chose, the people he made a covenant with, the people he ordained to be the leaders of the entire earth have become his enemies and adversaries. That's what it says. And he about to wipe them out. Go ahead to verse 25.
Verse 25. And I will turn my hand upon them. It's like upon thee.
Mm-hmm.
And purge away thy dross. And take away all thy tin.
You stop like you don't know what that word dross mean.
I thought I did. It means like worth nothing, right? Worthless.
I will take away all thy dross. So, in context, I guess you could put it. Is that don't mean much, or that is not? You could look it up, but for biblical use, it's
I got it, sir.
What is that? Sayag?
I got it in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
All right, what is it?
Page 139, dross, refuse metals separated by melting. When the dross when the dross rises to the top and many be skimmed off. It's like it may be skimmed off. Used figuratively of what is worthless.
All right, so it's basically a separation of those things. That it's like where the scriptures say, "I will sift the house of Israel as corn is sifted," right? And it say, "Not yet, not one of the things that I want will go through the sift." So this is what he's saying. He's going to separate the gold from the silver, the gold from the other metal that he don't want. All right. All right, so back to it. Read it again.
Come. Verse 25. Isaiah 1 and 25. And I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin.
So the tin and the dross is the stuff the Lord don't want. He wants gold. He wants platinum. Right? He wants diamonds. The scripture, the precept would be the precept would be there's a vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor, right? That's the precept would be that's another one. I can't think of it. He would turn a man into fine gold, so on and so forth. This is what they call a man of value. Not a high value, a man of value. This verse, he gonna separate them from the men who ain't worth nothing, right? Verse 26.
Verse 26. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterwards, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
So, like, look, even all the time when we was going against the Lord, right? Even when he was pissed off, he always had a way to redeem us. He always had a way to bring us back. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in the midst of him being pissed off at us and telling us, "Yo, I'm about to check y'all for something y'all doing, right? This is gonna be a problem." He's still saying that I'm gonna bring y'all back. I'm gonna take away that stuff that I don't like, and I'm gonna sift out the stuff that I don't want, and then you're gonna be called a righteous city, right? Go ahead. Oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot. He said I'm gonna bring back the righteous judges, right, and the counselors as at the beginning. This sounds to me like Jeremiah 23. Right? Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. So once the Lord restores the children of Israel, you got to remember in verse 24, he said, "Therefore say the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel." So you know who he talking to. And he said, you know, you my adversary, you my enemy, but I'm going to bring back the way it was supposed to be. Right? You'll be called the faithful city. Go ahead to verse 27.
Come. Verse 27, Zion should be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness.
Zion shall be redeemed with judgment. Hey, I got a feeling I'm going to run across this at some point, and some Christian go tell me the converse is them. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts. What does that mean? Her converts.
I'm looking it up right now, sir.
Shawab, to return, to restore, to recover, to turn, to withdraw. That's what it means.
Okay.
So her converts are those that come back. Those that return. Those that are redeemed. Zion will be redeemed with judgment. Meaning he gonna get rid of that what he don't want, and then he gonna have what he want. And her converts with righteousness. Go ahead to verse 28.
Verse 28. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed.
And those that don't come back, and those that don't return, and those that don't convert, right? You notice when you hear them talking about this, you can hear the Lord basically talking about his people like they ain't his people. Notice that, right? They his adversaries, they his enemies. You got to be converted to come back. They are 10. They are dross. They are nothing. They're nothing of value. But yet he still have a people within those people that's going to be redeemed with judgment. They're going to be converted with righteousness. And then the destruction of the people that transgress or went against him shall be together. And they that forsake him shall be consumed. There's a difference. Even within Israel, the Lord is judging righteousness from wickedness. So a lot of people hear this and be like, oh, I'm an Israelite. And that mean that they just on a path, like they ain't got to serve Yahushua, or they ain't got to serve the Most High because they're Israelite. You could be a wicked Israelite. And guess what? The Lord is going to destroy you right along with the rest of the wicked people.
Right.
It's bigger than your bloodline. All Israel ain't Israel. There went out in that day wicked men. Went out of Israel wicked men.
Right.
Who made a treaty with the people that was oppressing us. It's all through the Bible where you'll see people who, just because you got Israelite blood, don't make you righteous.
Right.
That's the spiritual part that Christ was trying to tell these people that was in Israel, who was supposed to be the fathers or the teachers of the law, about how they was off. Yeah, y'all Israelites, and y'all think y'all better than these people, but these people, if they had the spirit of the Most High, become better than you. If they are willing to serve, become better than you. You with me, right? Verse 29.
Verse 29. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that ye have chosen.
Oh man. Yeah, so for they shall be ashamed of the oaks which they have desired. What is this talking about? And you shall be confounded of the gardens that you have chosen. When you hear this, what you think about?
Adam and Eve.
That's exactly what he's talking about. When you go through it, right? In the Bible, you'll see, nations described as cedar trees or gardens or plants in that manner, right? And we often talk about the fruit that Adam and Eve had came from the other nations. It was from a tree that they should not. It's us wanting to be like the other nations. It's us wanting the what's the word I'm looking for? The wisdom and the knowledge of the other nations, as opposed to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we've been given by the Most High. You with me?
Yes, sir.
And he's saying at that time, you're going to be ashamed of the oaks which you have desired. You're ashamed that you're standing under the tree that America is break, that told you you could be anything you want.
Right.
That you should murder. The 42 laws of power become more than the laws of God. How to win friends and influence people becomes more important than how to serve the Most High.
Right.
These are all top-selling books in America that teach people how to maneuver through this system that they created, as opposed to Ecclesiastes, I think it's 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the matter: fear God and keep His commandments. Which one is more important to somebody who's standing up under the other tree What tree you standing up under? What garden do you want? Do you want the garden that's flowing with milk and honey? Do you want the garden of Eden that the Lord does everything? Or you want to work by the sweat of your brow standing up under somebody else's tree, standing on somebody else's foundation? You with me? Verse 30.
Verse 30. For ye shall be as an oak whose leaf fadeth, and as a garden that hath no water.
You get that, right? You're a dried up tree.
Right.
You ever heard that? Thou shalt be in the Psalms like a tree that's planted by the rivers of water.
Right.
You ain't gonna dry up. You ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because you being fed by the Most High. Your water ain't gonna dry up. You ain't gonna be no weak tree that's falling because you all dried up and your leaves fading away. The Lord always referred to people as trees, even from Genesis on. We teach it all the time, but it just don't. It never amounts to you. You can go to and say, you know, like this person is a cedar tree. This person is this. This is all through in Isaiah. Same way. So it's saying that, you know, you done chose as a tree to stand on a ground that does not have water in it, and you chose to stand up under a tree that's gonna fall over. Now you become a tree that's gonna fade away. Your leaves gonna fade away, and you become as a garden that have no water in it. Verse 31.
Yes, sir. Verse 31. And the strong shall be as tow, and the maker of it as a spark, and they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them.
So the strong is talking about that strong tree that you went and stood up under, as opposed to standing up under the covering of the Most High. Right? Shall be as a tow, meaning like it's going to drag you over there. And the maker of it as a spark. And the things that's going on, the same people that brought you over there that you wanted to follow, that you wanted to be a part of what they had going on, is going to be that same spark. And y'all both shall burn together. Both of them trees burn down at the end of the day.
That's right.
Israel, who left from up under the covering of the Most High, and also the people who they following, they both gonna burn, and none shall quench them. That's the best way I can explain it to you. You understand?
Yes, sir. The water. I definitely got it, sir.
Oh, Most High in Christ.
Come. The water.
All right. Any other questions? Anybody else got any questions? Isis, are you good? Nobody else in here? No troopers in here, huh? All the troopers we got in the school. Masha, I see you check in, man. Come on into class, hit the link. We need brothers young man Mario, come on in, hit the link. We need brothers to read. You know what I'm saying? These brothers got zeros, man. They put in work. Make them, you know what I'm saying, do all the work. They got to hold down the pantry. They got to, you know what I'm saying, clean up the school. They got to go to camp. Y'all don't even want to come read for them, man. Look at that. Isaac Klein, Shalom, Y'all Ba'Shem, Y'all Shabarakatah, Cape Town, South Africa. You must know my brother Lewis. You have to. How did you get here?
By boat.
I'm over here like, how did you get here?
Yeah. You were supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here. Hey, Most High Christ, any questions you have, just put them in the chat, Isaac. All right. Nobody else got no questions? No sweat. All right, so let me see. Let me say this. I briefly got filled in on what's going on, over in Israel. I don't know if y'all know, but Hamas and Israel is over hundreds of people that's done died in like the last couple of days, from what I understand. Right? At least that's what the news report. Now, I ain't over there, and I don't believe nothing I see on TV. So they could be lying.
Right.
Right.
Exactly what
a big hoax. Right. So I don't know. But like I said at the beginning of this class, if I see somebody throw a rock at a tank, I'm praying that the Lord is beginning the valley of Jehoshaphat, where he's gonna bring all the nations down and plead with them for his people. We've been hoping for this since, since Christ's time. They like, well, you at this time restore the kingdom of heaven, and he say ain't nobody know when it's gonna happen. But these are signs. Now the Lord show us these signs all the time, right? And we be hoping that it's for our own. But if he would have did, but I tell you this, if Christ would have came back in the year 2000, I wouldn't have made it, bro.
Right.
Me and all the rest of the drug dealers and whoremongers and whores and thugs and gangsters and you know what I'm saying, jack boys and all of that, we would have all been in that same fire we were just reading about in Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Magazar, Yabashim.
Yabashim Yabashim.
Hey, Salak, yeah, I just wanted to say, know what I'm saying? I believe you might be the only officer of 50 teaching classes. I wanted to commend you on that. Keep working, brother. Keep working. You're only gonna get better. All right?
Water.
We need young officers to do this work. You know what I'm saying? Keep fishing people on in here. You know what I'm saying? And teaching your son and your daughter in the ways of the Most High. The Lord gonna bless you for that. And now you're teaching people outside of them. So Most High Christ, I just wanted to mention that. All right.
The water.
You got any questions?
You got
any questions?
Nah, sir.
What's up, Itazar?
I wanted to share.
Am I delayed? Do I got a delay?
Yeah, you're a little delayed.
Somebody say, no, it's somebody.
Lewis is in here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Lewis.
Okay.
Let me go out and come back in because I want y'all to hear me at the same time I'm talking. I think right now y'all hearing me late.
Come.
You said you wanted to share something anyway, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and do that while I dip out real quick and come back in.
Well, I wanted you to respond to it because it was about something you said.
Okay, hold on one second. Shalom, Lord Christ.
Shalom, Lord Christ.
All right, cool. We might be good.
Okay, so if I may, sir, I would like to share my screen real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
hey, Shalom, Yabashim Shuragatha, Rashad. If you could, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you want to be referred to as Rashad, then come at it.
Rashad Brown.
Yeah. I know that brother, but I don't know that brother. I don't really like Rashad like that, but you know.
I don't know Rashad like
trying
that.
to come in the truth. Rashad will rob you. Nah, let me stop, man. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my God.
Nah, Shalom, Yaquan.
He said.
Shalom, Yaquan. All right, you guys, you got to fix that there, man. Hey, I see what I see. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Officer Yaquan.
Yeah. Hey,
All right, what you trying to show me out?
So you said, you brought up about, Israel, whatever, what's going on with Israel. I don't know how many people know it, you know what I'm saying, how many people know it or not, but right now, there's a full-out war between Gaza and Israel. Gaza is a city in Egypt known for the Gaza Strip, where there's, a row of pyramids, right? So this is what you see on the screen right now was the president of Egypt in the 60s. From 1960 something. I don't know how long he reigned, but it's time over. So this is the president of Egypt at the time, and he says the war for Israel. When he was asked, when this is Gamal Abdel Nasser, so when he was asked about peace in the Middle East, the late president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser, stated, "The Jews will never be able to live here in peace because they left here black but came back white." And now today you have full-out war in Israel.
Well, okay, that's part of it, and that's what was going on at that time. Well, what I would add to that, though, Itazab, is not only that, but the oppression that they are putting on other people, other nations of people. Mm-hmm. People ain't gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? Like what we just read, in the Bible, is almost like the real children of Israel will conform to the other nations and what they got going on. They'll go out and make treaties with them. But there's some nations of people that are going to say, we will never serve up under nobody else. We will die first. And that's the stuff we pull out. And I think it's Second Esdras or whatever, where you talk about that woman whose sons with the 7 sons, like they willing to die before they would concede to another nation or serve somebody else over the Most High. Well, this is the same thing as, some of them Arab states like Hamas and all of these people. They like, man, we know they got nuclear war. We know they got nuclear bombs and all of that. We're going to fight them in whatever way we can, and we'll go out and die. I don't know if y'all really looked at these things, but while they killing Israeli people over there, they over there yelling Allah Akbar. That's what they saying while they murdering people. You know what I'm saying? So to them, they're serving their God. And this is how I know it's going to get bigger. And they're going to try to put us in it on the side of Israel. And you know what? I'm going to just let General YAHANNA talk about it. But I will say this. There's some scriptures I want to bring out on this just so we can rock with it. Let's do that. And then we'll try to get to Cristobal Columbus before we end this, all right? So if y'all could, this is what I got to say about it, Itazal. Let me get Exodus 15:3. Let's start there.
15:3.
Anybody can read it.
Come on, I got it.
Come, sir, I can read it.
15:3. Go ahead, Lewis. Hey, Lewis. Hey, you know Isaac?
Come, sir.
You know Isaac?
Come, sir. Come, sir.
All right, you can vouch for Isaac?
I vouch, sir.
You know what that means, right?
All right, put your name on the line now. No, he like I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Lewis. I'm just messing around, man. Don't pay me no attention. I ain't got no sense.
Can. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
What did it say?
The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
The Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, right? Now, when we talk about God, when you talk about God, I don't know, like I have to use like people I know, like my mama, right? And like in examples, because these are people I know, and how we was raised. Anything that good happened, let's say it's peace, or let's say no war is going on, or let's say people are thriving and people are doing good, they would always say that's God. God blessing them, God doing something, right? But then when things are going bad and people are dying, they would say that's the devil, right? Over 100 people got killed in a couple of days, and this thing just beginning. Israel is the Israeli people. Let me stop saying Israel because we Israelites. The Israeli people are already, what's his name, Netanyahu or whatever his name is vowing to kill more people of them. Huh?
I said Benjamin Netanyahu.
He's saying like this thing about to get real. He like, oh yeah, y'all want to try us? I was in a room on Clubhouse last night. Y'all still got me? Cause I got something going on my. Y'all can hear me?
We can hear you, but you delayed.
Oh man, I don't like that. All right, so I was in a room where Birdman was in there with Whack 100 last night on Clubhouse, right? And he was saying, you know, nobody who know me gonna try me like that, this, that, or the other. That's what he was saying. And it made me think about how the president of these nations feel. Like Hamas should know that I'll kill all of them. Why they gonna try me like that? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all got me? Y'all with me?
Come.
Yeah, so that's what's going on over there. This man is saying, I'm gonna make an example out of these people so I can let people know that ain't nobody about to try me. Right? I'm trying to tell y'all this and every other war and everything that goes on in this earth, where people die, where people live, where people get blessed, where people get cursed, it comes from the Lord. I know that's hard for you to believe. I know you don't want to agree with that. I know it goes against what you think. But this scripture that we just read in Exodus 15:3 says the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Give me Deuteronomy 6:14. Let me show you something. We just read it in Isaiah, right? We read it in Isaiah where it was talking about Isaiah chapter 1, where it was talking about the Lord was going to set on fire both trees, where he was going to purge the people that mean something from the people that don't, and the other people was going to go through it. He telling you what's going on. They lied to you about who God was. He all cookies and bubblegum and rainbows and stars and hearts and butterflies. That's not God.
Right.
That's not God. Not the Bible. That might be your God. Who happy all the time. This is why like, people don't understand like life, and they be ready to end it all and everything. They don't understand that like the same way our God after that likeness, our God be pissed off. 38 hot. It's in the Bible. Our God be happy. Our God be jealous. Our God be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's he wants to conquer. He got feelings. He's not made of wood and stone. He is a terrible power. He is a merciful God at the same time. Sometimes you feel like he wants to forgive you. Sometimes he's going to destroy you. Y'all with me?
Sure.
Let me show you that, just like we just seen in Isaiah chapter 1, Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 14. Somebody got that?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 14. Ye shall not
Go ahead
go
and read
after
it.
other
I'm
gods.
gonna try to reset one more time. I'm gonna try to reset it. All right, let's see if it worked this time. Go ahead and read it again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods, the gods of the people which are round about you. Verse 15. For the Lord thy God
Let's
is a
stop right
jealous
there.
God.
Now, hold on 1 second. How many gods are there? Anybody? Go ahead.
There are many.
Right. And does it say that in the Bible? You know they would call you a pagan if you said there was more than one God, I.S.U.P.K, right? There's only one God, right? Somebody give me Psalms 82:1 real quick. Stay right there, Lewis.
Counsel.
The book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 1.
So they don't say Kazakh. Go ahead.
Psalms 82 and 1. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge?
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, wait. They say God judges among the gods. That's crazy. I think I got a little delay, but I done went out and came back in. It ain't fixing it, so y'all just gotta bear with me. God is judging among the gods. There's a big G there and there's a little g there. There's a big God, meaning the power, the Most High, and then you have small g's. If you look in this Deuteronomy chapter 6, it told you that there was other gods. Read it again, Lewis.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods, for the gods of the people which are round.
Keep going.
For the gods that of the people which are round about you. Verse 15. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you. Lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee, and destroy thee from the face of the earth.
You see it. You see it right there in the Bible. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a jealous God. And if you serve them other gods with the small g, he will destroy you off the face of the earth. We just saw that. So now, that being said, we know the Lord is a man of war. We know the Lord is a jealous God. We know the Lord will destroy you off the face of the earth. We seen in Isaiah 1 where he talking about doing it to the people that he chose, the people that he lined up, the people that he made a covenant with, the people that he created to be the greatest people on the face of the earth, which is what he said in Deuteronomy chapter 7, the next one over. Give me Isaiah 45 real quick. Somebody, Magazar, if you could. Give me Isaiah chapter 45, verse 5. Yep, go ahead.
If I may, just to give another precept in the New Testament, because like you said, they don't say that you're a pagan or a blasphemer, saying that it's other gods. But you know, if you go even in the New Testament, in 1 Corinthians chapters 8, verse 5, you know what I'm saying? It's another precept for it. I just want to get that one as well.
All right, hold that for a second. All right. We'll get to it. Give me this one in Isaiah 45 and 5.
Hold on. This book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no other God besides me.
And there is none else. There is no God beside me. Keep going.
I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. I
girded thee, though thou hast not known me. Right? This is the Lord. He's saying there is no God other than me. That's a capital G, meaning like I'm the one. There are other powers in the earth, but I'm the only capital G. I'm the only Lord. I am the only Yahweh. That thou alone, whose name is Yahweh, is the most high over all the earth. Keep going.
Verse 6. Verse 6. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, that is none besides me. I am the power, and there is none else. I formed the light.
Check this out.
I formed the light and created darkness. I make peace and create evil. I am the power. Do all these things. Lucky.
You see it.
Drop down, ye heavens.
No, go ahead and read 7 again, if you could. Remember, I got a little delay, so I'm trying to catch you while you right where I need you to stop at. But you getting it a little bit late. But either way, y'all just bear with me. Go ahead to verse 7.
I formed the light and created darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I make peace and create evil. The power do all these things.
So you see how we was talking about earlier where they say that the God do everything good and bless everybody and kiss babies and all this other stuff. But when it comes to people being destroyed in their life, like when we see in the hurricanes, we got a whole, I remember Captain Shawar used to teach this class called God is in the eye of the storm, or God is in the storm, right? Can y'all hear me, or did I go out?
You good.
Okay. Yeah. And it would show you how there are certain things that was created for vengeance, for, you know what I'm saying, to put people in their place. The Lord created, you know what I'm saying, a nation of people just for them to be destroyed. It says that in Romans 9. For this same purpose have I raised up Pharaoh, that, you know, my name might be in the earth. So when you see these things happening, just know that God, the God of the Bible, is a man of war. He's a jealous God. He forms the light and creates darkness. He makes peace and create evil. Isaiah 45:7 said, I, the Lord, do all these things. So when we see these things, we looking at it, don't look at it from the perspective of other people. They getting scared. What you got to be scared of? We all gonna die.
Right.
What you scared of? You remember, and I hate to use stuff like this, but I mean, it's part of my culture, so I have to bring it as part of an example. Remember when Tupac said, "My only fear of death is reincarnation"?
Yeah.
Anybody ever heard that before? Look, Marcus looked up like, now you speak my language. Now we talking about Tupac. Nigga. I don't know about all this Bible stuff. You talking about my only fear of death and reincarnation is because we got it. He's saying that the fear is to come back and be in the same hell we in right now. Right. Having the same oppression we have right now. The only reason we looking to come back is because we believe that at some point our king gonna come back and the Lord is going to destroy our oppressors, and we're gonna do the same thing it was talking about in Isaiah, I believe it's 4, it might be 14, where it says we shall rule over our oppressors and we shall take them captives who captives we were. That's what we're looking forward to. It says, he that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. This is the patience and faith of the saints. This is what we're hoping for. This is what we're praying for. So anytime we see some type of war, we know the Lord have done it. The Lord have done it. Go ahead to verse 8.
Khan. Drop down, ye heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the earth open, and let them bring forth salvation, and let righteousness spring up together. I, the Lord, have created it. Keep going.
Keep going.
Khan. Woe unto him that strive with his self-maker. Let the pot stir.
I'll read that again.
Khan. Woe unto him that strive with his maker. Shalaki.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let the pot shred. Strive with the pot shredders of the earth. What is shirt?
Pot shirts.
Pot shirts of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashion it? What makest thou? Or thy work have what thy work he have no hands.
Right. So this is the point. The Lord is in control over this thing. Like, we just the clay. Right? Y'all see people dying. Y'all see things happening, things getting destroyed, people being oppressed. Just understand that the Most High is in control. So it would behoove you to be on his side so that he, right? Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 39 real quick.
Already got it.
Now, I know you already got it, man. What you talking about?
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 39.
Go ahead.
See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
You see that, right? Y'all see that little G right there? Work with me, Nishak. I got a delay. You see that little G right there, right? There's no God with me. Ain't no power with the Most High. There's powers that work for the Most High, and there's powers that work against the Most High. Let people tell it. But even the powers that's working against the Most High, everything that he wants to happen is going to happen. So they're not really working against the Most High. They're ordained. How do we know? We just read it. I form the light and create darkness thing. Lord said he'll bless you, and the Lord said he will destroy you off the face of the earth. You can get either one. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan.
Keep reading.
Yes, sir. I killed.
Hey, let me ask you this real quick. Did you hold on one second, Nishad? Did you have this in your precepts? Like, did you have that precept after the one we just read? You got like a notebook or something with that in there?
No, like when you first started, when you went to Deuteronomy and we read that one, I knew in my mind, you know, that you was gonna go to this one.
Oh, okay, all right. Now, let me tell you why I asked that, right? Because I had notes that I got from Captain Shawar when I was being taught, right? This is when y'all was out. This was when y'all was out selling dope and chasing hoes and doing everything y'all was doing out in the streets. You know, I was trying to get my life together. Salaki. So I went back to I.S.U.P.K Miami 144 on YouTube, and I watched the video with Captain Shawar 10 years ago, right? To re-get my notes because I couldn't find where I taught it. And I was like, man, I had all this stuff. But then when I read that last scripture and you came up, I knew we was taught for the same person. I was just trying to see if you had the notes so I could copy off your paper. You know what I'm saying? The same way I used to do all through college. Matter of fact, I got all A's, nothing less than a B, so it works. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. So I just wanted to know if you had those precepts in line like that, the same way I had them. I was trying to get them back. But keep reading now.
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Hey, so look, my joint glitching over here, right? But check this out. The Lord said, I kill, right? Y'all see that, right?
Colonel Khan.
See, y'all, God is a killer, right? He's a man of war. He get jealous. He'll destroy you off the face of the earth. It ain't all sweet Valentines and butterflies and all that other stuff, right? Sometimes the Lord will go into this mode where he would destroy you. Y'all with me or no? Did I get cut off?
Colonel Khan.
No, I got cut off. I got a little delay. Anyways, go ahead to verse 40.
Colonel Khan, sir. Verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever.
This guy right here, this power cannot be destroyed. The power that we serve cannot be destroyed. All right? This God lives forever. So think about this. If he's a God that kills, he's a God that makes alive. He's a God that creates evil. He's a God that makes peace. That means these things are going to happen within the earth. You're going to have times of peace. You're going to have times of war. You're going to have time to be born, time to die, all of this other stuff. That's where we're going next. Somebody give me Ecclesiastes 3:1. Right. Verse 41. Can you hear me?
Colonel
Khan.
Keep reading now. Verse 40.
Colonel Khan, sir.
I don't know why this thing doing this.
Verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever.
41.
Colonel Khan. if I wet my glittering sword, and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies, and will reward them that hate me.
Here we go again. Keep going.
I will make my arrows drunk with blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to back out of here. I can't do it like this.
And my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives. From the beginning of revenges upon the enemy.
Now, y'all tell me this, right? Who is this talking?
The Most High, sir. Salaki.
Yeah, wake up. Who is this talking? Who is this talking? Magazar, who is this talking?
It's the Most High, sir.
It's the Most High talking. This is God talking. Y'all hear how he talking though? These sound like Chicago drill music right here. This sound like you know what I'm saying? New school rap right here. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revenges upon my enemies. Or like my Gazar would say, upon my enemies. The Lord is not playing. So this is what I'm telling y'all. As you look through this earth and you see those things going on, don't be afraid. Don't think God done lost control. Our God is a man of war. He is a jealous power. He is called a terrible power. Sometimes he has to get his point across within the earth. How else are you going to fear him? I mean, you fear your oppressor. You fear your woman. You fear your kids. You fear your boss at your job. But nobody fears the Most High. He had to show his power within the earth in order for you to properly be in control. And it ain't your kids, and it ain't your woman, and it ain't your boss at your job. It's not even the officer that's over you. It's the Most High. And all of these things work for his will. Now, whether you're a part of it or you pushing against it, he know where to put you at. The shop pulled it already where he gonna separate the metals that ain't worth nothing from the metals of value. And he's gonna redeem those metals of value, and the other one's gonna be purged, and they're gonna be set on fire. Right? That's what we started out at. I'm showing y'all that this is happening in the earth before your eyes. And if you ain't careful, you'll look at it from the eyes of a Christian who thinks that God only does good and the devil is the one that's doing the evil. When the Lord said right here in the Bible, he creates it. He kills. He makes alive. Y'all with me?
All
right, give me Ecclesiastes 3:1, and then I'll come off of this. We'll read 1 through 3. Then we go. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
You see that, right? That means what that means is that sometimes you're gonna go through some stuff. Sometimes it's gonna be easy. There is a time and a season for every purpose under the sun. You just got to know where you at. You might be trying to have peace in the middle of a war. You might be trying to have war in the middle of peace. The Lord is going to break this thing down. Go ahead to verse 2.
Verse 2. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Shalaki. A time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up.
What?
A time to build up.
You see that, right? A time to kill and a time to heal. Those two things are opposite. A time to be born and a time to die. Those two things are opposite. The Lord have created all of these things and they got their own place, and it's a time for all of them. Drop me to verse 8. This is what I'm trying to get to.
Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
That ain't in the Bible. I don't believe that. That ain't in the Bible. Hold on, Magazine. What kind of Bible you reading over there? It says God says it's a time to hate. You supposed to hate people? What kind of God y'all serving? They say you in a hate group, Magazine. They say you in a hate group.
Yeah, we're in the cult.
But they Bible says it's a time to hate. That's crazy, right? You in a cult. Yeah, the Bible says it's a time for war. The Bible says it's a time to die. The Bible says it's a time to kill. That's what it say. I ain't put that there. That was there before me. Sure, y'all like them verses. They ready to get it cracking. Listen, the Bible said, I ain't put it there. That was there for any of us was there. All I'm telling y'all is when y'all see it with us in the truth, because we were waiting on, you know what I'm saying, the Lord to come get us up out of this hell. Anytime we see any type of conflict in the earth where two nations is going at it, we hoping that it's the end. We hoping that it's World War III. We hoping it's getting cracking. We hoping also that this will cause some people to change their mind about what they need to be doing on a day-to-day basis and what's important to them. Right? As y'all look at this stuff on the news, even though people be getting scared and all that, that fear don't cause them to fear the Lord. Like they really fearing something else. They ain't fearing the right thing because it ain't causing them to change their life. It ain't causing them to learn how to love their people because you're going to need them soon. Any one of y'all niggas know how to, any one of y'all people know how to make toilet paper? Salakia. Y'all bear with me, Akim. I'm trying to get the new rules of the school where we don't say certain words, you know what I'm saying, in order so we can stay on these platforms that's
right.
Hating. They just straight up hating. Yeah. But a man that bridled his tongue, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that dude, man. Y'all gonna see. Be like, Zach don't say none of that no more. But that N-word, boy, it's a demon. I gotta get rid of it. Anyways, any of y'all brothers know how to make toilet paper? That's what I want to know. If they close Walmart, we out of gas. We out of gas. All right. So I'm gonna need some devils to pick some cotton so we can make some cottonelle. You understand? It's a time and a place for every season. All I'm telling y'all is, and the whole point I pull about all these verses about God, a God of a man of war, and about him evil is when y'all see these things, it should make you want to serve and be on that God's side. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna kill his own. Unless his own go stand up under that other tree like what Nishak pulled out earlier. Everybody understand, right? All right. Any questions on that? Oh, Exazar, you still got that other one you was gonna show in the New Testament?
I mean, yeah, if you want it, I mean, it was to go with your Psalms 82.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna help me teach the class, go ahead, brother. I don't mind.
All right, come.
I need your help.
It's the First Chronicles. I mean, it's like the First Corinthians 8 and 5.
Oh, I was about to say now, come on now, you can't do that. First Chronicles is not in the New Testament.
Right.
First Corinthians what?
Chapter 8, verse 5. through 6.
What it say?
It says, for though there be, for though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many. But to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him. And one Lord, Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him.
There it is earlier. We was talking about, you know what I'm saying, God standing in the congregation of the gods. There are small g gods. There's more than one God. But the Most High, that's why we call him the Most High God. He is the most powerful. He's the one that can destroy all the other gods. This is the one you want to serve, all right? You do have idols. You have powers. You have judges. You have magistrates. You have all of these different powers within the earth. Those things can be called gods. That's why it says in your scriptures, ye are gods. That's why Christ was breaking them down. Like, y'all trying to say I'm wrong for saying that I'm a god, right? When it said in your Bible that you are gods. So you can use that term in different ways. That's a good precept for what I was talking about earlier when I pulled that Psalms 82. All right. Any other question? Anybody got any questions? Nobody?
No,
right.
Sir.
Go ahead.
You want me to pull up the article?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I got another one, right? I got another one. But this one I like to go to because I'm familiar with it. Don't pay no attention to that rainbow flag up there at the top. Anyways, scroll down to where it says about something about the Jews.
After turning out the Jews.
Yeah. All right, so for the sake of time.
So Lucky, when you put this headline with the rainbow flag, it don't seem right.
Oh man, cut it out. Yo, Salakia. There you go. Hey, let me tell y'all something. After I.S.U.P.K came from the New York cookout, he has been the pause. He been saying pause and Ayo. He on that type of time like the voice up north. You don't say the wrong thing around him. The title say after turning out the Jews, he like pause. He like, good night. Relax, brother. Relax. All right, go ahead, man. Read it for me, I.S.U.P.K, if you could. Let me get the first part. Right. Remember what we was taught and what the brother said earlier. It is what they call quote unquote National Indigenous Peoples Day, right? Because the United States is inclusive and they would like to include people, even the people that they destroyed their heritage and their customs. That's why they give you Black History Month. But they won't let you talk about real Black history. It's kind of crazy, right? We got a whole Black history. Are we going to be able to talk about slavery and Black History Month? Like for real, what really happened? Or is Black History Month going to be like we can only talk about, see, I almost did it again. A brother who made the cotton gin or the peanut man or something like that, right? That's what we get to talk about. The person who invented, heart surgery or something like that. Man, we already know we great. But can we talk about what y'all people did to us? That's what we want to talk about. Can we talk about, you know what I'm saying, why we in the situation we in now? Can we talk about how y'all got this land? Can we talk about it? Here's what y'all need to know about this day And if y'all could give me that because we definitely gonna go out on this. That Nishak's favorite song, Dag Blasted Liar. Give me that song queued up. We're gonna end the class with that. Tell her what the name. Who sing that song, Nishak? Dag Blasted Liar. Is that Morgan Heritage?
No, that's Burning Spirit.
Burning Spirit, that's correct. Yeah, let me get that. But go ahead. This is what we was talking about earlier. All right, so they told you in school Christopher Columbus founded America, but some kind of way when he got here, there was already people here, right? So he came over here to prove that the world was round. Some kind of way they already had maps of the Americas prior to him coming. How did that happen, right? So this is what you got to understand about history. It is all a lie. They lying to you about what really happened. Just like they lying to you about how black people got over here. What do you mean? Black people was already over here. How do we know? Christopher Columbus said it. What are we talking about? It's in books. We got, you know what I'm saying? We often bring out how the brothers came over here and the people that was over here was speaking Hebrew. The oldest known 10 Commandments found in the earth was over here in the Americas. Where do they think this come from? It wasn't the Sephardic Jewish people who were Spaniards and converts, which now the Jewish people who trying to take credit for finding America is saying that Christopher Columbus was a Sephardic Jewish man. Lord have mercy. How crazy would that be? How crazy would that be if he was a convert? Because he said he was a Christian. Y'all don't believe me, do you? All right, let's start there. Go ahead and read After Turning Out. This is from some site called something prejudice, killing prejudice, right? But I've already went over. If you see, like, if you look on it, it got these sources. They source up on here. It's got these sources on here that you can go to. And I've been using this same one for years because I've already checked the sources out. And I can give you other sources for the information that we're bringing out here. That's the only reason we're using this, because they wrap it up. And I ain't got to take my whole class talking about no Christopher Columbus. Let's just go ahead and show you what he really was about. All right. The first thing was what I.S.U.P.K said was true. Spices. If you could trade spices at this particular time, you could be a rich man. Right? It's like selling dope. You got boatloads of sugar and cinnamon and all these different spices. Some of them got you high. Let's not act like we don't know what's going on, all right? But at this particular time, being a spice trader, you could be what we would know now as a millionaire. So Christopher Columbus and Isabella, the Queen of Spain, got together and said, we can make a whole bunch of money, because what happened is they were stopping, I think it was, who was it? It started with an M. Anyways, these people they stopped people from going through their little town to trade. So now you ain't had no way to trade all this stuff if you went through there. So they was trying to find another route so that they can keep moving their product, if you will. Everybody with me so far, right? This is what was going on. This is the real reason this thing, as a spice trader, you can make a lot of money. He's trying to make money for the queen, but they can't go through, I think it's the Turks, right? They can't go through the Turks' land because they're going to kill you. So now you got to find another way around. He said, well, I think we can go the other way. As a matter of fact, I usually play this. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the chat. I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead and read. Where we at right now. After turning out the Jews.
Okay. After turning out the Jews, beyond prophets, Columbus sought to convert native people to Catholicism. In the prologue,
You see that right there, right?
Beyond prophets, Columbus sought to convert native.
Beyond prophet.
Columbus sought to convert native people to Catholicism.
Y'all see that, right? Anybody ever heard that before? Beyond him getting money, he also told the queen he was going to convert these people into being Catholics. What people? What people now? You think he was going to convert the Asians into being Catholics? Think about that for a minute. Keep going. Go ahead, Al.
No. Come. You were that's it. Come. In the prologue to his journal of the first voyage, Columbus wrote to Ferdinand and Isabella, "Your Highnesses, as Catholic
Your Highnesses." Hey, look. You see that? You could tell that ain't Israelite culture. Your Highnesses. That don't even sound right. Anyway, go ahead, Al.
Come. Your Highnesses, as Catholic Christians and princes who love the holy Christian faith and the propagation of it, and who are enemies to the sect of Muhammad, Islam, and to all idolatry and heresies, resolve to send me Cristobal Colon to the said parts of India to see the said princes.
All right, so anyways, here's the point, right? He got the waiver from the queen to go into what they thought was India by way of another way because the Turks had stopped them from going the way that they was going, right? Go down to right up under there, the enslavement of the native people. Or is there something else that I'm leaving out right there? Yeah, my bad. Go ahead and keep reading. I'm trying to jump because you know what I'm saying. Like, go ahead, man. Just slow me down a little bit.
No, sir. With a view that they might be converted to our holy faith. Thus, after having turned out all the Jews from all your kingdoms and lordships,
keep going.
Come, Your Highnesses. Your Highnesses gave orders to me that with a sufficient fleet, I should go to the said parts of India. I shall forget sleep and shall work at the business of navigation, so that the service is performed.
Right. Now, this is the point. He was going down, right? He was going down to get this money, but at the same time, he was on a crusade to turn people into Catholics. And that's another part of what he told Isabella and King Ferdinand, if I'm right, that he was going to do. Those are the Your Highnesses he keep talking about, right?
Right.
Which let me know this Spaniard king was a. Can we say bitch? Can we say? No, we can't say that. Anyways, his woman ran the damn show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go ahead. Go ahead, verse. Yeah, go ahead.
Like you can say something to you can say something like pusillanimous. See, I've been working on my vocabulary since you can't use certain words.
Listen, brother, listen to me. I'm from the north side of Duval County. I will never say that word. Never. Give me a better word for bitch than
that. You can say.
Go ahead.
Coward. You can say coward.
Yeah, I can say that. He was a coward. I'll roll with that one. Boy, I don't even know what you said. Y'all got a good school system down there in West Palm Beach, man. I should have went to school there. Instead of the greatest high school in America, William M. Raines. They didn't teach us Ragamananimous, whatever the word you learned that. I was happy I passed the FCAT the first time. I'm just happy to get, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read the text, man, before I get lost in the sauce again, man. You know how I am.
The enslavement of Native people. On October 12, 1492, the first day he encountered the Native people, Americas.
The first day he encountered the Native people was October 12, 1492. He getting over here is people all over here, but Columbus founded and discovered America. But he ran into and encountered the Native people of the Americas, which he thought was India, according to the story. And he wrote this in his journal. Read what he wrote.
They should be good servants.
What? Read it again.
They should be good servants.
Listen to me. Your oppressor is the devil. That's the first thing he wrote about these people. Now he on their land. He just trying to find another route to make some money. The Turks already ain't letting you come through there. Now he encounters these people. Now they don't go to war with him as soon as they see him. They looking out. They nice. The first thing he writes in his journal, read it again.
They should be good servants.
That's what the oppressor thinking about. All right? Why you out here doing the Dougie? Right. That's what he think about you. The native people of this land, which some of us are. Know what I'm saying? Keep going.
I, our Lord, being pleased, will take hence at the time of my departure 6 natives for your highnesses.
Go ahead.
These captives were later paraded through the streets of Barcelona and Seville when Columbus returned to Spain.
So now, I always like to bring this out, right? Because this talks about one or two things. One is he was on a crusade, right? To change the native people into Catholics. That's one, which they had already done. Another is that he knew that there was Jews over here too. Another is that he took people from over here and took them back to Spain as captives, and they paraded them around the streets of Spain and Barcelona. That is the native people that was here, who we would call, you know, the native tribes, who we call Gad, who we would call Naphtali, who we would call, you know, even those the Taíno Indians, which we would consider the Puerto Ricans, and all of these people, right? Now, I don't say specifically who he ran into first, and they don't know where he landed first. So we don't know, but we do know these was tribes that was already over here. They was the first part of what eventually became a big part of the Atlantic slave trade, when he took them from over here over there.
Right.
And nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. Now, us Judites, we concerned with ourselves. We be talking about how they picked us up from West Africa, which if they did, we might have been over here. Some of us might have been over here too. You know, they had boats in Africa before the pink people were sailing, right? They ain't the first one to have boats. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that quote unquote Jewish people or Moorish people, who they consider to be black people, is the one that sold him the map over here. Matter of fact, give me that link. Give me that link, that I put in the chat. That YouTube link. Show y'all something real quick.
Come on.
I mean, it was a dude with one arm at the basketball court, crossing people up, dunking on them, And he kept saying, let me show you Strict Shorty. That's how he said, let me show you Strict Shorty while he's crossing them up. Right? Never forgot this. It happened. Right? Let me show y'all something real quick. And then somebody give me the oh man. Hold on. I get it. 2nd Ezra chapter 2. 2nd Ezra chapter 2. Find me. I think that's it. Hold on. You got that you got that link right there?
Come on.
Go ahead and play that for the class real quick.
Why did you wish to sail west? To open a new route to Asia. Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only two ways of reaching it. By sea, sailing around the African continent. The journey takes a year.
This is what we were talking about, right?
Or by land.
This is what we were
Turks
talking
have
about
closed
earlier.
this to all Christians.
Hey, pause it real quick.
There is a third way.
You probably can't hear me. You can hear me, Isaac?
No, come.
All right, so look, where he playing, this is from 1492, right? The movie. This is not nothing we made up. Ain't no Israelites did this. He says, why you wish you're going to Asia? He's basically saying that the same thing I just told y'all. They need another way to get trade. You got gold and spices and all this other stuff, and they trying to get to Asia. Everybody trying to get to Asia to trade for the sake of trade. He's saying that, you know, this way is blocked off. You can go all the way around Africa, but there's another way. And the man's asking him why he's trying to get there. So this is a conversation that Christopher Columbus, so-called, is having with whoever this dude is. All right, go ahead. You can keep going.
Come.
By sailing west across the ocean sea. The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite. Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands. Can you be so certain? The calculations of Toscanelli,
right there?
Morality, Ezra.
You see that? Now, the man said, you could be wrong. The distance is unknown. We're going to get out here. We're going to starve. We're going to run out of food, gas, whatever. You don't know how far you got to go. So he said, that's superstition. I believe it's such and such distance going this way. And he said, how do you know? Who did he name, Itazab? Can you back it up right before he said Ezra's? Do I have access to do that?
No, sir.
Let me see. Yeah, I do. Oh, no, I don't. You went too far back. Oh, no, go ahead. Say, how can you be certain? That's a good spot. Go right there. Okay. Play it again.
The calculations of Toscanelli, Morality, Ezra. Ezra's is a...
He's naming people, right?
Keep going.
He said Ezra's, and he said Ezra's is a Jew. Play it.
Jew. So what's Christ? 2 minutes, and already you're a dead man.
So was Christ. Y'all see that, right? He said Ezra's is a Jew. He said, so was Christ. So he can listen to Ezra's because Ezra's is a Jew, because Christ was a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Here's the point. What is he talking about? What is he talking about, Ezra's? Anybody know?
When it said, so like I do.
Yeah, of course you do. Give me 2nd Ezra 13 and 41. 2nd Ezra 13 and 41 real quick. You got to remember that the Apocrypha was around before the New Testament. So if these are Christians, they coming in the 1400s. Christ already was born, died, and resurrected 1400 years ago, or close to it. So then this information might have been there. So now, how long was these native people that he ran into over there? How long was they over there? After the Assyrian captivity, right? After the Assyrian captivity, Israelites are going somewhere everywhere. They're going into Africa, they're going in different places. And here's where some of them went. Somebody got it? Second
Yes,
Ezra
sir.
13 and 14. Go ahead.
Book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse, you said 40?
41.
Verse 40.
40.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of O.C., the king.
This was both happened in the time of O.C., the king. Who is O.C., the king? Keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lewis. Let me see if Lewis knows.
It's sluggish, sir. Come, sir. Is it Osiris?
Nah, not that I know of. Who you was gonna say, Itazar?
Hosea.
Hosea, that's correct. Keep going.
Whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters.
Carried them over the waters. Go ahead.
And so came they into another land.
Keep going.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So now, as you're looking at that map that they got on 1492, you see all of the places that we would call so-called Middle East, including Africa and including Asia. But there's a big chunk of the world that's not there. It's not on that map that the man had. And from my studies, and I can't prove this, so I'm not teaching this to y'all. I'm just telling y'all this is what I came across. The Moors, which were black Africans, is what they call them. They could have been us, Negroes. I'm not sure, because they just call because everybody was black at the time. Anyways, they sold maps of over here to the pink people or the clear people. Can we get away with that? To the pink people or the clear people in exchange for white women. All right. Anyways, there's supposed to be some kind of Jewish people that was on the boat. Israelites was on the boat with him, guiding him over here to try to get the other way, because they knew if they found that route, they could get riches too as spice dealers. So it's layers you got to peel back with this Christopher Columbus stuff, right? But here's what we finding out 1,400 years ago, or 2,000 years before Christopher Columbus ever sailed, after the Assyrian captivity. So this might have been longer than that. Salmanazar carried them away, right, over water, and then they went into another land. It don't name where this land is. You can only speculate, right? But after they got there and they was free, it said they took counsel among themselves that they might lead a multitude of the heathen. So wherever they was at, there was a bunch of heathens there, and they wanted to go somewhere into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Put two and two together. Keep reading.
If I could.
Yep.
I just wanted to make note that, he also referred to it as the Indies.
Yes, of course.
So I just want to, yeah.
That's because he thought he was in India. Let them tell it.
Right.
But on this other side, it said he was going to change them into Catholics. Like he had changed other Jews over there where they was at. Anyways, I digress. Let's get up out of here. Keep going.
Verse 42. That they might be kept, so that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And
this how they end up in the Syrian captivity. They never kept the statutes of the Most High in their land, so they kept out of the land. Now they getting scattered all around the world, the same way the Lord told them it would happen in Deuteronomy chapter 28. They all over the four corners of the earth, everywhere, even in places where never mankind dwelt. They there too. Keep going.
And they enter into Euphrates by the narrow places.
We know where the Euphrates at. Now we got us a little marker, right? We know where the Euphrates at.
Right.
And the narrow places of the river. Okay. So we got an idea where we at. Euphrates. Go ahead.
For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over.
So they're going through different parts of the Euphrates, and the Lord holding back the water so that they can get through. Now, go ahead to verse 45.
Verse 45. For through that county, for through that country, there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
So now they're going somewhere a year and a half. A year and a half travel from the Euphrates. I don't know. Where is it going to take a year and a half to get to going any damn where?
Right.
Anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere. It takes a year and a half to get there. And you see that part. And
held. Wait, hold up. And where am I? And the same
of a year and a half.
Right.
Verse 45. Namely
of a year and a half, and the same region is called Ashereth.
And the same region is called Ashereth, right? So now, the way it was taught to me, this word Ashereth is just like the word OC up there. It's really Hosea, but it's a mistranslation or a different language that it's written in. That word, from what it was taught to me, was Aratazah first, which means land, right? That's what that means, Aratazah, right? Land, Aratazah?
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, that's what that means. Yes.
Okay. That word Arsa, there are plenty of speculations about where that land is, but we know it's a year and a half away from the Euphrates. That's what we know. That's what we know about it. And we know when Columbus got over here, he met these natives, and the first thing he wrote in his journal was, they'll make good servants. You can put it all together if you want to. Here's what I would say. One thing you got to know is your oppressor is the devil. They lied about history. They lied about people discovering the land, whereas people are already over there. When we could see 2,000 years ago, these people are going into a land where never mankind dwelt. That's discovering the land. Going into somewhere where ain't nobody at. That's discovering the land, not going to places and finding people and saying they'll be good servants.
Right.
That's not discovering nothing. That's hate, that's oppression, that is everything that your oppressor have done all over the earth. He did it here. And that's why they're ashamed, because they try to hide that history of what Christopher Columbus did by taking them 6 people back to Spain and parading them around Barcelona. That's why they call it National Indigenous Day. They trying to wipe Christopher Columbus out of history because they know that's part of the Atlantic slave trade. And during the same time, King James in 1611 was still getting slaves and sending people, all of them. So it wasn't just the oppressor. It was black people too. We had something to do with it too. Because you know why? Because it wasn't about race. It was about money. That's why Christopher Columbus came over here. It's about race, and it was about money, and then it also was about religion. Because the Turks, who was Muslims, was not letting no Christians come through their land to try to go and trade in Asia. That's what it was all about. So once you know that, you can break down all the lies. Christopher Columbus ain't discovered nothing, right? He ain't just come over here trying to discover or create a new world and none of that. There's people already over here. Can you play the song for me, Nishak? Because I'm going to pass the class over to Nishak so he can play the song. You got it queued up or no?
Yeah, we got it.
Let me hear a little bit of it before they kick me out the library. The dedication to Christopher Columbus.
All I know, all I say, I see you Christopher Columbus, Jam Blast Lion, Christopher Columbus, Jam Blast Lion, yes,
All right. That's enough of that. Hey, IQ. You can take me out to that. Hey, I'm gonna pass the class over to y'all, man. Hey, shalom, Tamayon, Yabashim Shabakata. All right, Akim, I gotta go. The library closed. Shalom, Yabashim Shabakata. Y'all Shamal Latam, Bashim Y'all Shah. Hey, y'all can keep it moving if y'all want. That's up to y'all. All right.
Come, sir. With that, pass class over to Precinct Officer Itazal.
All right, clap it up. There's another thing. There's another one. Is this it? Yeah, this is right here. All right. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K security announcement. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months, after this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. The next we just finished the Feast of Tabernacles. The next day, what is it called? What is the next? I got the thing. I'm saying what the next holy convocation will be Feast of the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days. Thursday, December 7th, 2023, for 8 days. You can find it in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. All right. If anyone would like to become a trooper, start by wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I with Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher in the class. Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh. Sisters can stand. In Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters in the class. Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak,
YAHANNA.
All right, Dr. Matai. With that, class dismissed.
He's saying that he's the first one who discovered Jamaica. And I say that. What about the Arawak Indians and the few black men who were down here before him? The Indians coming and Ulanga. Here comes black man and woman and children. And he not jam down lanya. Holy pa mix up. A holy pa bed up. Happy straight in the house. Christopher Colombo's is a jam blasted lion. Christopher Colombo's is a jam blasted lion. Yes, yeah. What a long stay from home. I and I longing to go home. Between a red bean and go rogue. Come on, 12 tribe of Israel. Come on, 12 tribe of Israel. Go to jam down lanya. A holy pa mix up. A holy pa bed up. Come on, 12 tribe of Israel. Come on, 12 tribe of Israel. Go to jam down lanya. Yes, yeah. Christopher Colombo's is a jam blasted lion. Christopher Colombo's is a jam blasted lion. Yes, yeah. He's a lion. Yes, yeah. He's a lion. Yes, yeah. He's a lion. Yes, yeah.